Okay, so we are in my room, and one thing that I really want to do to kind of get back into the new year is actually switch out my bedding. So currently I have my beautiful Christmas quilt out, and if you hear Molly in the background, she's just sniffing around for some leftover food she might have missed. But we're gonna go ahead and take off my Christmas quilt and put on my like normal bedding, so to speak. So let's do that. And voila, just like that, we have our normal spring summery bedding back on. I don't know if I told you guys this, but we got this quilt as a hand-me-down from my parents, and we actually found out it is a queen set, not a king, so it doesn't fit super well. So I do have it on my list to actually get new bedding for this bed, but anyways, that doesn't really matter. First thing on the list, which is change out the bedding, is a success. Okay, please excuse my messy desk in the background, but one thing I really did want to do this year, well, at least maybe for a couple months, is actually try and do a no spend calendar. I've seen people do these and I think they're really fun, and I'm very motivated by checking things off. So I thought I would make a no spend calendar, and then that way I can kind of highlight and, you know, do whatever. So I know it's kind of probably halfway through January already, and I'm just now starting that, but it's okay, because I'm just gonna update it for what I have, and it's just making habits going forward. So I thought I would go ahead and start one for February as well. And off camera, I went ahead and actually just did the outlines because that took forever, and I figured we can just go ahead and kind of set them up and fill them out together. So cue time lapse of that. Okay, so here is what she looks like. So if I didn't spend any money, I'm going to highlight it in green, and then if I did spend some money, it will be in purple. And this is anything outside of the normal like bills and expenses that I've accounted for in my budget. So for example, the first 4 days of this month, I did not spend any money, so those will be highlighted in green. Okay, now I know some make theirs a lot cuter, but that's okay. Now on the 5th, I went to Target and I actually spent about $15 that I wasn't really expecting to spend, and that was in just some scrapbook tape. I bought a basket for my sister's present, and I think I bought a basket for my closet. So nothing too crazy, but definitely was impulsive. So on here, I'm gonna write, I think it was $15.27 was the total. Then I'm gonna give that a second to dry, and then we're gonna go over it in purple. Okay, and then today that I'm filming this is the 11th, and I currently have not spent any extra money, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill out the rest of these as green. All right, and now we're caught up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and make the February one just for funsies. I'm just gonna like do the month and the days. I'm not gonna obviously fill anything out since we're not there yet. But the big thing about this is you just need to hold yourself accountable and make sure you like accurately are recording this, because for example, we bought septic tablets for our septic sprinkler, which I knew we needed, so I accounted for it. But you know, sometimes you could just impulse have to get that, so that would count, but that's also a need, so that wouldn't really count. Sorry, I guess it would just be more so mindless spending. So that's where we're gonna at for now, and maybe we can do an update on this at the end of the month and kind of check in and see where we're at. Okay, so while we're in the process of making a calendar, so I just did these no spend calendars for January and February. I also want to do an intermittent fasting calendar because I have been doing that. So I think it will just be fun to have it, you know, on paper, physical. I can see it, I can write it down, and it'll hold me accountable. So with that being said, let's make the calendar. Okay, so here is what she looks like. She's definitely not the cutest, but that's okay. So on each day, and obviously we're starting on today, the 11th, I put how long I am gonna fast, and then I figured I could put like my start eating time and my end eating time. We'll see if I keep up with this, or if I even like this layout. I might change it up if I find this doesn't work for me. But for example, and I probably should update this kind of tomorrow, I did start eating, so you have like a 12-hour window. We're starting off really basic just to kind of get in the habit of tracking. I think I started eating around 9, so I need to be done with breakfast done eating by 9 to stay in like the 12-hour window, which I definitely won't still be eating at 9, but you get the gist. So we'll go ahead and put 9 a.m. for our start time, and then 9 p.m. for the end time. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to update that yet. We'll see what time I stop eating and then kind of go from there. But there is the other calendar, and I have one more that I want to do, and that is my workout calendar. I've made one of these before in a video, so similar process, just so I can track and see, you know, if I'm doing cardio, arms, weights, whatever. So let's go ahead and make that. Okay, so here's what this looks like. I already don't like it, so I might redo it. Next month I'll figure out a different way to do it. But up here I put the different forms of workouts. So we've been taking Molly on a walk every day. So like I took her on a walk this morning, so I'm already just doing that orange, and then any additional workout we're doing on top of that. In my previous one I had like a little countdown of if I worked out X amount of days I got a reward, and so it was fun crossing those off. I'm not doing that this month because I just haven't set a goal, and I like to just, I don't know. I just didn't this month, I guess. Plus, I didn't really have room. I didn't lay this out super well, and I don't like how I did the colors. So I'm going to have to play around with that and figure out what I like better. But I do now have all of my calendars ready for the year. So that's exciting, or I guess just the month, but we're starting the year off fresh with, you know, a no spin challenge, an intermittent fasting challenge, and just tracking, kind of moving my body, because that was one of my goals this year. So let's move on to the next thing that I want to do, which I believe is going to be cleaning out my inbox. Okay, so I apologize. I am filming this the next day, so it's actually Friday the 12th that I'm doing this, and I don't know if you guys can see this, and also my hands are shaking so bad. I apologize, but do you see? Also, my computer screen is really dirty. Please ignore how many unread emails I have. 183 on this one, and then I have a couple other accounts that also have unread emails. So we're going to start by cleaning off our inbox so we can just kind of have a fresh start, because 183 unread emails is silly. I started trying this down here last year with the new, like with the tabs and stuff. I don't really think I actually even use this, but we'll see when I'm going through if I decide I want to keep any or not. But that is horrendous. I'm not even going to show you guys. I had a Yahoo account at one point that I have literally had to change and make a spam because there's like 170,000 unread emails. Like I can't even keep up with it anymore. But let's go ahead and clean out our inbox so we can have a fresh start. All right, just like that, it is all cleaned out. I have not been able to figure out how to clear this unread message thing right here. Like, I have tried so many times, mark all as read, and it just stays there, which is quite annoying when you think about it. But this email is now all cleaned out, and I feel really good knowing that my spam's deleted. I've gone through and moved stuff that's important into appropriate little labels. So feeling good about that, which is just great. I'm gonna quickly check my other 2 accounts. I don't think that there's probably much in them, but we're gonna just quickly check. Okay, so another thing that I like to do usually every year is update this little shelf that I have back here. It's like a wire rack thing. I got it off of Amazon, and normally I just like to put pictures that make me happy, or just sometimes little reminders. It's not like a vision board, so to speak, because it's got definitely like pictures of my family, but I do like to use it as kind of like a motivation or just like an inspiration type thing. So I'll have pictures of like my animals and things that just kind of make me happy. And then I have like, this is talking about my CPA. This is for reading. This is for a trip we want to take. Just as like reminders and kind of motivation to kind of push me, especially since this is at my like desk area. So I do look at this pretty often. And I don't want to have all of my goals out here like a vision board, because I do think sometimes those can be personal. And this is an area that like anybody that comes to my office can see. So I think what I want to do is I went ahead and printed out some new pictures that I want to add on here. And I'm going to take everything off and kind of play with it. Some of them I might keep, like this cow one I'll definitely keep up here, and maybe the one of me and Jacob. And then I'll definitely add these new ones and kind of see how I like it. But okay, so this is how it looks right now. Sorry for my shaky hand. I've had too much coffee, but I have pictures of my mom's dog, my cows, my nephew, my cat, my cow, me and Jacob, Buddy and the kitten, my dad's dog, Molly. And then I have just some random like inspiration pictures. So this is like my dream home type vibe. Obviously the CPA. I really liked this reading picture. I thought it was really pretty. And then over here I just have current like financial goals, just as a little reminder. So this is what it looks like. I'm not obsessed, but I think I like it. I like having new pictures and kind of changing them out, so it's just something nice for me to look at during the day. So one more thing done. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is change out this background, because as you can see, it is still Christmas and it's definitely not Christmas anymore. So what I'm gonna do is actually go onto Pinterest, find some pictures, kind of do a collage on Canva, and then I'll use that to upload here. I did this last year and I just really like opening my laptop and seeing something inspiring. Here is what it looks like. So I did a super simple basic. I didn't want to choose a lot of pictures, kind of like I did for the Christmas one. Well, I found the Christmas one on Pinterest. I didn't make it. Over here we just have this I've achieved financial freedom one. Then up here we have a picture of a girl walking her dog to kind of symbolize me going on walks with the dog, specifically Molly. Over here, this is like my dream, like forever home. I love the wraparound porch, and then the country land. This is like the ultimate dream. This girl with the Disney castle to kind of symbolize our family trip to Disney at the end of the year. The books for reading goals. This scrapbooking one to kind of talk about my like crafting that I've gotten into and hopefully a small business. And then just this take a risk quote, because this is something I really want to get better about this year. So I just love being able to open my laptop and see kind of inspiring pictures. I think it's just very motivational. So that is another thing that I like to do each year. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the things that I'm doing to kind of prep for the new year and kind of set myself up for success. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.